to have a few moments to get their land legs back before they are carried in those chairs to a nearby inflatable medical tent for post-landing medical examinations. They will spend about an hour and a half at the landing site, perhaps a bit shorter because of the cold weather out there today, before they're placed back in their respective helicopters, 3 of them, for about a 2-hour, 15-minute flight back to the staging city of Kustanai, where they will board 2 aircraft. Wiseman and Gerst will board a NASA aircraft to be flown back to Scotland, where Gerst will pair off from Wiseman and be greeted by European Space Agency personnel for a flight back to the European Astronaut Center in Europe. Wiseman will continue on to the Johnson Space Center in Houston, and Sarayev will board a Gagarin Cosmonaut Training Center plane in Kustanai for the flight back to Chkalovsky Airfield just outside of his training base at the Gagarin Cosmonaut Training Center in Star City, Russia. That is a snapshot of tonight's landing activities. We'll be looking at that in more detail as the night goes along. Again, the NASA team that will be deploying in several hours from Kustanai, Kazakhstan, for the flight down directly to the landing site. There are 8 helicopters in play. 4 of them will actually stop off in Arkalyk at an airstrip there to refuel, while 4 others will go directly to the landing site. They'll be staged in a staggered fashion. They'll wind up flying in a racetrack pattern, an oval-shaped pattern around the prime landing site just to the northeast of Arkalyk, awaiting the arrival of the Soyuz spacecraft under its chute, at which time they will land in sequential fashion, with the most critical recovery personnel landing first to erect that inflatable medical tent and to attend to the crew. That initial team is comprised of RSC Energia technical personnel and Russian medical personnel, who will extract the crew, place them in those comfortable chairs outside of the spacecraft itself to allow Sarayev, Wiseman, and Gerst to get their equilibrium back after their high-speed re-entry back into the Earth's atmosphere.
Houston, Station 1 for PAL.
I think they're going to close the hatch.
We're here with you on what?
Yeah, I've got a little more video, not much, but just a tad. I put it on the lab camera if you want to try to down like that. It's just a little something.
Okay, but we copy the lab camera, and so when we get KU, we're going to make an attempt to grab that.
Sorry, I just got the shivers. Don't ask me why. So basically, I'm going to be asleep for 2 hours before I get woken up to watch the landing. But then again, I wanted to do this. Hopefully I don't fall asleep in class.
Butch Wilmore, the new commander of the International Space Station, he'll remain in command of the station through next March, when he and Samakutyaev and Serova will return home on their own right. He will be handing over command of the International Space Station in March to Terry Virts, who will become the Expedition 43 commander just a couple of weeks before the launch of Scott Kelly, Mikhail Kornienko, and Gennady Padalka on an historic mission that will have Kelly and Kornienko spend a full year aboard the International Space Station, gathering invaluable biomedical data that will advance the cause of understanding what will be required for a human trip to Mars in the future. But again, the actual Expedition 42 increment formally begins under the flight rules at the time of the undocking of the Soyuz TMA-13M spacecraft that is scheduled at 6:31 p.m. Central Time this evening.
Next, I am with Max, Garth, and Reed. I will be watching, because you guys were the first crew that I saw launching a Soyuz. Or the first crew that I saw launch at all. I didn't see any shuttle launches. Oh, 1 second. Escape. 1 second, guys. I just have to refresh this because it's frozen. It's absolutely frozen. I might need to restart that. Okay, guys. Just, you know, do a bit of stuff. Dang it, come on. Okay, that's it. I'm using Chrome. Don't tell me none of these work. Anything. I'll take anything at this stage. I'm trying everything. 1 second, guys. I'll pause recording since that's the only thing I can do. Okay, guys, I have to unpause because oh no, wait, sorry. Okay, guys, I have to restart this.